Well, of course. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody out there. Jason here at Signature Esports, and a pleasure it is to have you here live and in charge for our Friday night race. Kentucky is going to be hot and heavy. Nighttime is the right time, and this race is so far going to be one of the best Friday night races out there. Kentucky 161, brought to you by the Winning Bid Diecast Auctions and Facebook. You're going to be able to find a link in the description on Facebook and Twitch. I'm sorry, Facebook and YouTube. Make sure you get out there and give them a follow for me. They get a lot of fun stuff out there for diecasts, and that Facebook page is overloaded with stuff for you. And I tell you what, the Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series is ready to go. Kevin working on keeping that pole position. There's Brandon Noah out there. See you, Brandon. Anthony, thank you for the like. Jesse Wise, thank you for the like and the share. And my babe, my darling, she's watching out there from work. Much love to you, darling. Thank you for the like out there as well. I appreciate you, of course, and always. Big support coming everybody's way, and we like to see it. I like to see it, at least. That's what we're here for, right? Kevin Winker looking like he's going to have that pole position locked in. They get their drivers meeting going. We're going to go over some race information. Kentucky Speedway, 1.46 miles in length, about 161 miles for the drivers, 75% fuel, 4 sets of tires, and they're going to have a 40-lap run for that first stage, and that is where we're going to see a lot of pretty much I think in the first 40 laps, we're going to see a lot of drivers trying to figure out the racetrack, running together. Practice looked really solid and really good. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the drivers are going to be able to present themselves here and what they're going to be able to push out of these trucks. It will be a ton of fun. 107 laps scheduled, and they are going to have 81 degrees in the track temperature. So the track temperature may not change all that much through the course of the race, which is a good thing, which means consistency when it comes to tires and being able to get into the drive line. 79 degrees Fahrenheit on the weather is going to keep that at bay. Let's see. They are out of Sparta, Kentucky. That is not far from some family of mine, Elizabethtown. Not too far. 41% of the humidity means the tires are going to be slightly sticky, but still able to get free out of the corners. Clear skies means that it's going to stay the way it is. 7-mile-an-hour wind will throw those trucks around when they are in the draft, and we might see that. We might see some wiggling in trucks for a little bit. The draft's super important here, and it is very much going to be a phenomenal race. Kentucky, one of the most I want to say it's a favorite of a lot of the drivers out there when it comes to running mile-and-a-half tracks. And kind of the way it is a D-shaped oval, and the tri-oval is banked, and it is a ton. There's a ton that can work into the favors of the drivers, especially the high line on the front stretch. If you can carry the speed into the corner, you're able to drop from the wall basically down to the yellow line, and you might see some things work out that way. Let's see. Sparta, Kentucky, a little bit, not to be confused with Kentucky Motor Speedway, the short track. It is a 1.5-mile speedway. Is ARCA, hosts the ARCA NASCAR Indy Racing League, and has raced annually since 2000. Drivers are ready to roll. And if I missed, I think I was supposed to have a call to action for this race, and if I missed that today, I do apologize. I do have a couple of them still loaded up, ready to go, and if I missed that, I do apologize, but I'm prepared but unprepared at the same time. This track is currently owned and operated by Speedway Motorsports, Inc. Before 2008, Jerry Carroll, along with four other investors, were the majority owners of the Kentucky Speedway, and now it has been remapped and remodified. It seats 107,000 people. That is a ton of folks. Let's take a look at your starting grid, and that's going to be brought to you by Big Haas Motorsports. One of the teams here, absolutely phenomenal opportunities for these drivers to get out here and race their heart's content. Kevin Winker is going to be your pole sitter. John Cialino will be the outside pole sitter at 33, trying to make some things work. Jeremy Talley trying to rebound, have a good week here. He's going to be there in that second lane with Mark Beverly to the outside, who's been super fast in this racing series since we've started. Eric Hegdal will be in that row number 3 with Bill Hales to the outside. Haas Beverly, the number 22, is going to have Michael Miller in that 77 to his outside. Jesse Wise and Nick Lawrence will make up row number 5. Dakota Anglin and Roger Strickland. And for whatever reason, my logos are cut off on the bottom, and I don't like that. I don't know what that's from or why it's done that way, but it kind of just is. Roger Strickland will be the outside of row number 6. Let's take a look at row number 7. Chris Cox in the 515 will have Dougie Higgins Jr. to the outside. Row number 7, Rob Hattenbach in the number 44 will have Tyler Beverly to his outside. The Beverly's back in action away from Daytona and back for racing, so it's good to see everybody back in. Lance Thompson, the number 21, will have Patrick Baldwin to his outside. You'll see the pace cars start to lead these fine drivers off of pit road. Let's see, Randy Salee will be with Cody Terlindi out there in that 10th row. Tyler Puckett and Robert Timmons in row 11. Nathan Dahl and Caleb Patton all the way down to the back of the field. That is your starting grid. And these trucks are lining themselves up. We're ready to go. Thank you to everybody out there, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. We are live on all 3 platforms. And I'm excited to see what this racetrack will bring. 42, warming the tires up. Kevin Winker ready to go. Cold track means they're going to be trying to do what they can to push every bit of that rubber high side. Is going to be a fast lane for these drivers. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to go green flag racing right here at Kentucky Speedway. And I am excited. Hopefully you're excited. We're going to be ready to go very, very shortly. The MLO Bros, Youngstown's #1 Facebook podcast. You got investment opportunities in real estate? Well, that's the place to be. But give them a follow for me on Facebook. I'd appreciate it. Fred the Barney Flagman high above the stands. He's going to give it. He's not there. Apparently he's disappeared on us. Green flag's going to wave. Turn 1 busy. The 2 of Jeremy Talley all over the back bumper. Kevin Winker trying to make that inside line stick. Down into the corner they go. Backstretch is going to be a ton of fun. Cialino dropping back to 5th from 2nd. And a lot of aggressive moves early. You want to find your pace. There's the number 4 truck right there to the back side of the 2. 13 of Beverly to the bottom. 3 wide on the exit of turn 4 as they come around and meet a 2x2 situation. 33 was trying to be where he needed to be, but he's got to run. Is he going to be able to utilize that? I don't think that he's going to be able to get in there. I think he's going to have to follow suit, find Bill Hales, find Eric Hegdal's back bumper, and just kind of run the track around second lane for him. Kevin Winker out front, dealing a whole lot of damage to the bottom of that truck. You see the splitter, how low it is, and just how much they're going to have to get that track running all the way down. Man, oh man, look, high line running 2 of Jeremy Talley. Up next to the wall, took a little bit of right side damage. Try not to be into the wall too early. That can affect your truck for the long haul. It's got a little bit of right side. They do have a fast repair here, but I don't know that is going to be necessary. Mark Beverly runs the fastest lap of the race, 31:03 this last time by. As they continue to move 3 of 107. Lap 40 is the magic number for everybody. And we're ready and going. Nick Lawrence, there is the number 51. A whole lot of traffic back here, 2x2. There is Cialino in the 33. Haas Beverly trying to hold on as well. 31 flat for Mark Beverly as he comes around. Haas Beverly to the outside. The high line is a good line here. But until you can get into that rhythm, you're never really going to know where you're going to be sitting. There's the 51 of Lawrence, side by side with the 22. Good move up the racetrack. Exit looks to be clean. 22 making it work. Dougie Higgins Jr. in the 41 had a great race last week. And right now, they're 3 wide into turn 1. Somebody into the wall up there. Going to stick it up in the wall. That's Michael Miller in the 77. He's going to be able to hold on to it. And keeps this thing green flag. He's got a little bit of right side damage. A whole lot of traffic trying to elude getting into the back bumper. 16 right there. Gets into the back bumper of the 77. 77 trying to hold on to it. He's going to go sideways. Caution will come out. Or it will not come out. That was Robert Timmons who got into the back bumper of the 77. No caution. They are still green. He went all the way around, and I'm certainly shocked that no caution was thrown there. 42, 13, 2, 53. That was insane. One more time at Michael Miller. Here's what happened to him. He was right there, little far chase view. This is going to help out. He's got some right side damage, and the 16 was trying to stay away from him. He's up high. He's really slow right here. The 7 goes around. There's a 16. Gets back at the 77. Gets out of it. 16 gets right to the back bumper. Gets right into him. And the fact that the caution didn't come out there throws me. It just blows my mind. 42 of Winker. Quarter second out in front of Mark Beverly. The 2 of Jeremy Talley able to utilize that draft of the 13. Down below the apron. The whole track is a racing surface. And they're running. Bill Hale's having a good day. The battle for the lead rages on. Kevin Winker under fire. Mark Beverly to drop into the corner here. High line can't run faster. 42 is going to have a run on the 13. 13's not going to be able to clear the 42. It's going to be very tough to pass here. Mile and a half in the truck series. You're almost going to have to full throttle around turn 3 and 4 on that second lane. That's what you watched. It's what you were watching right there. 13 of Mark Beverly. Jeremy Talley trying to capitalize. Bill Hale's on the move as well down the backstretch as they continue to roll. Tower cam for the drivers. There is Bill Hales. There's Kevin Winker right there in front of him. Big fan of the tower cam. That's for darn sure. Watch the corner where the 42 lines the truck up. He comes down, touches the yellow line, works his way up the racetrack to the backstretch there, and is having a good old-fashioned slugfest with Kentucky. Let's go to Dougie Higgins Jr. That's what it looks like in his rearview mirror. That's what it looks like from the top end of his truck. He's got the one of Roger Strickland in front of him. Roger driving the Black Bandit number 1. Remember, the Winning Bid Diecast Auctions is going to be a part of this series all season long, but the Winning Bid Diecast Auctions is the sponsor of Kentucky's race today. So make sure you go and check them out. I can't thank them enough for being a part of the Asphalt Outlaws Racing, iRacing series. The AOR is a ton of fun. Another sponsor of the series is going to be thebuttkicker.com. Go to thebuttkicker.com. Use promo code AOR. That's Alpha Oscar Romeo 20, the number 2, the number 0, AOR 20 at checkout. And you will be able to find that you get 20% off. It helps the league. It helps the series. Stone cold look from the driver. There's a little mirror right there. One of my favorite things I'm doing now. Some things worked out and changed. Oh, I get it. There's cam of Jesse Wise. Wise in the hunt for 4th. Right now, Bill Hale's trying to go to the inside of Jeremy Talley in front of this driver right here. But Talley drops all the way to the apron, tries to take something. You see how squirrely the trucks are getting if they drop below. We'll take a look at Jeremy Talley here. Jeremy Talley, when he got below the apron, you notice that his tires got a little bit free there. Now, you can use all of the racing surface, but you don't necessarily want to utilize the rest of it. Matt, thank you for the like out there. Appreciate you very much. And Swope killing it. How you doing, buddy? Does free up the truck quite a bit. Right along in the cockpit view of our good friend at number 2. Kevin Winker freed up the lead to Mark Beverly. They were battling back and forth. I think Mark's starting to figure a few things out, but I talked about the draft being very important here. Look how easily Kevin is able to get to the back bumper of the 13 on corner exit. And now they're going to battle back and forth again here. Mark Beverly back to the outside. I talked about the outside being super fast, and you're able to be aggressive in that middle lane. Make it difficult for drivers to pass. Well, Mark was able to do that. 16 of 107 as they come around and complete. Good run for him. Jeremy Talley back to fourth. Bill Hales up to third now. Bill trying to close some distance down his last lap, 32.38. We'll see exactly what he's doing. Outside of that, drivers that are super fast right now, Nick Lawrence, fastest in the field. He's got a drive time that he is trying to hold on to. Right behind him, Rob Hattenbach in the number 44, driving the Jack Daniels Ford F-150. He needs a little coke on the side of that. He's going to get up into the racetrack. These drivers are still stinking fast. They're as fast as the leader, but they are faster than the second, third, fourth, and fifth at the moment. Jeremy Talley, 32.81, that right side damage, looking like it's it's going to be a factor here for him. He carries his line. It just needs to be easy. Eric Hegdal back to fifth where he started, and now is going to drop in and try to take away fourth away from the number two. Two still able to be aggressive. He's going to be able to drop in. Now, the right side damage might be playing a factor, but I will tell you that there's nothing like a little bit of, hey, I can get this done. He can get some of that damage repaired. I'm sure it's only about 30 or 40 seconds, but it is definitely going to be playing a factor on his tires. A little static cam action for you. Hopefully you are with us on all the platforms. Make sure that, of course, and always, you give us a big old like and follow. Like and follow on Facebook. And, of course, give us a follow on Twitch as well. Thank you very much to everybody out there for doing what you're doing. 0.3 of a second from first to second as the backstretch looks to be heavy. Kevin Winker, as fastest on the racetrack. He always has the strategy to win here. And 20 of 107 holds these drivers at bay. Third is going to be Bill Hales, who is starting to close the distance. He was 2.5 seconds back. Now finds him about 3/4 of a second back from second. Good run, good fun. Eric Hegdal is starting to close the distance down as well. Bill Hales trying to make Kentucky his own. The Toyota, first Toyota in the field. Jesse Wise, the next Toyota. He falls back just a little bit. Nick Lawrence, I talked about him just a moment ago. He's able to be aggressive. He's going to be able to make that run. He's doing a great job. Dakota Anglin right behind him. There is my Ranger Joe's Chevy Silverado. Do enjoy that. Haas Beverly trying to work up there as well. Trying to get up to his teammates. Haas has a good run right there. There's the 69 of Jesse Wise in sixth. The 22 able to roll. There's a good run right there in the second lane. And he's bringing a whole lot of draft package with him. 51 of Nick Lawrence following suit. Jesse Wise drops back. He's going to go back to 10th at the moment, one off the spot that he started. Mark Beverly started fourth, and he is starting to extend that lead. Dakota Anglin and Nick Lawrence battling side by side for the lead here, or not for the lead, for seventh here. Nick able to carry the outside lane. Hattenbach tries to work the same thing. Very tough to pass. We talked about it being tough to pass. You got to set up your move early in the corner, and if you're going to be able to make it stick, you're going to have to drop into the corner from the wall. That is how you make a long pass here into the corners. But we're seeing drivers being able to defend that if the run isn't set up the right way. Jeremy Talley holding on to fifth as long as he can. He started third. Bill Hales from sixth is now in third. He is catching Kevin Winker, 24 of 107. 75% fuel on the trucks. should put them right at that 40 mark. They should have to come to pit road right when the stage is going to end. So this is going to be a green flag run. Randy, get a shout out from Brandy. Good to see you out there, Brandy. Much love and appreciation. Randy's at 18th. He's up on the spot. He's got that double zero on lock. Now he is trying to work the corners as well. I'm seeing some of these spec maps. Whoa, 15 and he can, or 45 and he connect there just a little bit. Looked like a little bit of net code for both of their drivers. 45 got a little bit free, and that is Tyler Beverly. Come on, Nathan. Nathan getting a shout out as well at 9 spots. Started at the back. There's the number 30 driving that Chevy. He's the biggest mover of the race so far. I don't think he didn't qualify. He has no qualifying time on my screen at least. So starting from the back is what makes it work. Roger Strickland not far from him. With the 5:15 of Chris Cox. These two drivers exactly where they started. The only two in the field right now, besides Robert Temmons, who started 16th, is out of the field. Cody Terlindi out there. Thank you, Cody, for running the numbers. He is the guy that is behind the scenes making this run as smooth as it can. So thank you to him for doing what he does. 13 of Mark Beverly out front. The Bronco Chevy. A Bronco race design Chevy Silverado on par and doing a great job. Nick Lawrence able to be aggressive here. Jeremy Talley up high, 44. Right behind the 98. I thought it was the 88 before. I might be just confused. We do it. Thank you, Joey Means. Appreciate you very much. I've got a lot of people watching out there on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. Thank you very much to everybody doing so. Please do me a favor. Reach out, hit that like button. Hit that notification bell. Hit the subscribe button if you're on the other channels. And make sure that you tune in. It does help. We want to make sure that everybody sees what we're doing. And we couldn't do it without you. So thank you very much to everybody. Much love and appreciation. Kentucky Speedway. Jerry Carroll really wanted this racetrack in 1998, so hats off to Jerry for putting such a great racetrack out there. It is a lot of fun to run. If you have not, I highly encourage you to get out there, go to iRacing.com, sign up for your subscription, and make sure that you find a way to be a part of the series, not just this series, but any series. League racing, some of the best racing on iRacing, and I say that only because I've driven officials, and if it wasn't for the fact that I broadcast a lot, I'd probably run a lot of leagues. But I tell you what, they've really made this a great platform to do what I do here. Kevin Winker about a second off the pace of Mark Beverly. His last laps. Well, let's take a look from the race leader back to Kevin Winker. Winker was about a quarter second better on 29, 25, 26, 27, and 28, though. That is better to Mark Beverly. So we'll see what lap 30 is going to bring to him. This time by, I believe Beverly's going to be better. 32.851 to Kevin Winker's 33 flat, 33.05. Let's see what Bill Hales is doing to Kevin Winker at the moment. Winker better on 26, 27, 28, and 29. Lap 30 a little bit better to Bill Hales. Eric Hegdel catching Bill Hales. And Hegdel has found himself in some good pace. Kevin Winker into pit road. I think Kevin is going to take fuel early. Maybe I'm wrong. I thought they were going to be able to make it all the way around. 75% fuel. They might be close. I was trying to remember 45 laps with the little bit of a stage there. I do believe that might be the case. A splash might be in the works. Kevin Winker into pit road at the moment, and he's going to try to work his way. There is Tyler Beverly. He is leaving pit road at the moment. Lap time's not really showing up for him right now because he's back here. Joey says, leagues made it hard to race officials in his opinion. Can't stand officials. The only officials that I run anymore are the opens. Hegdel, Dakota England. Those are going to be the drivers coming to pit road now. trying to get their splash and go to make it to the end of the stage. Kevin Winker went ahead and took a set as well. Pat Baldwin, the number 7 truck, he is working. He's in 18th right now, still technically on the lead lap. Mark Beverly still has yet to come to pit road. 33 of 107 for him. I agree with the way that leagues have run. You get used to the same drivers. It's there's camaraderie built there. I like seeing the officials race. Everybody gets to enjoy being a part of the same field, and sometimes race for fun. Sometimes you're racing for prizes and money and all kinds of stuff. 6 seconds between Mark and Haas, but Haas has a whole lot of company. He got around Nick Lawrence. Nick Lawrence is right on his tail. Nick Lawrence, Robert Hattenbach, the battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th right now is very, very heavy. Nick needs to drop into the corner here. We watched Nick drive on Tuesday with the NASCAR East Coast Racing League, and he's had a pretty darn good standing here. Nick in the 51. Rolling the corner to the bottom. 22 is going to go back a spot. He's all right with that. He might have to come to pit road. He might be thinking about coming to pit road. Bill Hales doing just that. Mark Beverly out front, 36 of 107. Kevin Winker a lap down right now. Is catching the field. His lap time's about a second and a half better than Mark Beverly here. And very soon might be looking to try to pass him. There is the 00 of Randy was coming off pit road right when the leader passed. Mark Beverly now coming to pit road. They'll lock it in. 51's coming to pit road as well. Hattenbach looking to do the same thing. Kevin Winker gets his lap back and has a huge lead over Eric Hegel, who's going to pick up second now. As Kevin Winker looks to come around to be up to speed. Mark Beverly taking his pit lane and might be back in the field a little bit. Stage with a few extra points here. And maybe just a splash and go, maybe some tires. We'll see. Mark Beverly taking a full pit stop there. Kevin Winker will come across the stripe, take back over the lead, and it'll be 3 laps to go here. As Nick Lawrence and Mark Beverly lead pit road, and maybe stayed out just a little bit too long there if they wanted to win the stage. Winker, I talked about Winker having the pit strategy for the ages, and that is the truth and the fact of the matter of that. Eric Hegel in second. Nick Lawrence coming off pit road right now. Mark Beverly is going to have Dakota Anglin to the outside. Mark's going to have to pick up some speed. He was your race leader. He comes off pit road just a little bit slower. Some of these drivers, though, behind Kevin, Eric, Nick, and Dakota, they all pretty much took fuel. It didn't look like they took any tires. So we'll see exactly what they're going to be able to do. 38 of 107. 10 seconds between Mark, who's your race leader. Charles, what are you doing, brother? Good to see you out there. Much love to you. I'm calling another fantastic race. Thank you very much for being out there. It's Charles Balance. 39 of 107. 5 seconds separate Winker and Hegel. And Nick Lawrence able to work his way around 2 drivers here, or a driver here. He got around Dakota Anglin. Mark Beverly trying to do the same thing as Bill Hales, who looks like he is cruising right there. I catch right back up to him. Kevin Winker on the board. Some drivers electing not to. I appreciate you. Love what you guys do too. I couldn't do this without drivers in leagues. I'm telling you. Lap 40 being completed. Kevin Winker walking away with the stage win here. 40 is the magic number. And he's going to do it. Kevin Winker is going to win stage. The only stage they have here. Hegel, Lawrence, Anglin, Beverly, Higgins, Hales, Dahl, Cox, and Tyler Beverly. That'll be your top 10. Kevin Winker reason to celebrate just yet, other than you're going to have some fun. Next week, let's take a look and see where we are next week. Darlington Raceway, 109 laps, and it's going to be throwback at night next week. So some Darlington racing going to happen. And let's take a look at the point standings here. Kevin Winker, your points leader over Dakota Anglin at the moment by how many points? That's what I was looking at. By 7 points. Hold on. No, that's not right. Kevin Winker, 277 points. Dakota Anglin, 228. I was getting that wrong. So Dakota trying to pick up the pace here. John Ciolino has 220 points, so he's in third. Dougie Higgins Jr. in fourth. Mark Beverly in fifth. Bill Hales in sixth. Will Rhino in seventh. Roger Strickland in eighth. Nathan Dahl in ninth on points, and Eric Hegdal in 10th on points. Cutoff line goes all the way to Robert Hattenbach. 15 drivers there for the cutoff point. Ton of fun. Mom, thank you for the like out there. Much love to you, Mom. Appreciate you. Do believe the alerts, it did work, right? I'm making sure it did. It showed it. Here, let me double check. Does it work still? Yeah, there it is. Thank you, Mom. Kevin Winker to pit road. Does he take fuel only? I would think so. I think some of the drivers that took 4 tires during that pit stop, during that green flag pit stop, will most definitely be seeing if they can make those tires stretch. Now, they should be able to come in about halfway through. I would say that about between lap 20 and 25, we might be seeing some of the drivers. Lap 60, 65, 70, somewhere in that mark. We should see some of the drivers come in. 37 laps is pretty much pushing it. 38 laps probably the most that you can see coming off of that. So, we'll see what happens. That's for darn sure. Good run, good fun. Look at everybody out there. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. The Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series. There's a truck race going on right now, right? They're out in California this week. Auto Club's going to be. Or is it Auto Club or is it where are they at? They're in California. I know they're in California this week. Winker, your race leader. Got himself a stage win there. Go down here and scare Kevin Winker. Kevin, it's a good little stage win. Came in at the right time. Walk us through that first stage and what you plan on doing here. We watched you had to fill up with fuel, maybe saving some tires. What you doing?
Oh, I can't tell you all my secrets, but Mark got out there, so I figured I'm pretty good in the points, so I'm trying to go for bonus points here. So I got tires and got the stage win there, so we'll see how it plays out here.
Well, I've seen that the second lane's pretty much the fastest lane here. You can defend passes if anybody tries to drop in low on you. Is it just kind of the way the tires have started to wear the track, especially just 40 laps? It really doesn't give you a whole lot of information, but it's seemingly like that's where the grip is.
Yeah, 1 and 2 you can kind of run wherever you really want, but 3 and 4 I think you kind of got to run that middle to higher line. The low line you can pass, but it really eats up that right front, so you don't want to kind of beat on there too much.
Well, Kevin, good luck on your restart here. I know they're going to put you back to green flag racing on the next lap. Anyone you want to say hi to you out there? You got a couple of fans out there. Brandon Noah says hello.
Yeah, that's my buddy from work, him and Justin, so I hope they're tuning in and cheering me on, so we'll go see what we can do here.
That's the way it works. Kevin, good luck on your restart, brother.
Thank you, sir.
No problem. Kevin Winker, winner of stage 1 there. He is on lock. It looks like he and Mark Beverly are going to line up side by side. He's going to elect the inside lane on the restart here and do it some justice. Man, I'm waiting for iRacing to put in the choose rule. You know what I mean? I think that might be the thing. Lights are off on the pace car. Team America, Winker, and the Bronco Racing Designs of the 13 of Beverly right there. He is, they're ready to go. I'm ready to go. You ready to go? Stage 2, about ready to begin. All of my cautions for the next 4 weeks, well, guess what? There they are. Cautions brought to you by Aaron's Doing Nerd Thing podcast. Go check them out on iHeartRadio on all your favorite podcasting platforms. They're a ton of fun. And I didn't click that at the very beginning because I wanted to talk to folks. And Kentucky is a short pace lap here, so we'll get back at it. The winning bid diecast auctions. Kentucky 161. They're about to get back at it again. Different strategies. Tires for drivers out there. We might see some different leaders here. 42-13, waiting for the green. They're gonna get it. Loud and proud. There they are. Mark Beverly took the lead. Winker in second. There's John Ciolino off 11 from the start of the race. Some drivers that came in and took tires. Eric Heckel, one of those drivers. He's going to be a lot faster than Kevin Winker for the moment. So we'll see just how strategy plays in. Now, Mark Beverly only had about 2 green flag laps on his race truck when he came around. So we'll see if he's going to try to keep pace here. Eric Hegdal runs a 31.18, 0.2 of a second faster than the 13 of Mark Beverly. And right now behind him, Nathan Dahl in the number 30 truck. He only took fuel when he came in, but he is still running really well. Nick Lawrence picks up tires. He only took fuel during the first caution there, not the first caution, the green flag pit stop. And so now he is back out there. He's got a new set of tires on, came in on 42 with everybody else to get fuel. And some of the drivers that are not reaping the benefits of taking tires, or Tyler Beverly, one of those drivers. We'll take a look at kind of what the pit strategy was for the drivers on the bottom right of your screen. Top 10. Some of the drivers stayed out. Beverly came in on 36. So that just kind of gives you your fuel strategy there as well. Able to hold on for as long as possible. Ciolino, who's in 10s right now, came in on 17 and 25. He ran a 25-lap spread there, so that was kind of where he worked. He wanted to try to work some things out there. Right now, a whole lot of action happening here as Tyler Beverly tries to stay out of the back bumper of the one truck. There's the 27 below. Caleb Patton up 10 spots. Nathan Dahl, the 19, up 19, has that number 30 just kind of rolling. Kevin Winker not able to take tires there. Took tires there early. Trying to play a little bit with the racetrack here. Mark Beverly still holding on to the race lead, but for how long? As Hagel is still 0.2 of a second of a lap faster than Mark Beverly. Mark might be able to hold on, but for how long? Congestion behind Kevin Winker. Could you imagine what it looks like? This one, that's what he sees in his rearview mirror. He says, I'm going to hold on. I'm going to stay right here for a minute. We look from the back end, the deck lid of this Chevy. They are rolling. Mark Beverly out front. Hegdel tries to go to the high side. He drops from the wall down to the apron. He's going to have a run on the 13 here. He's going to make Beverly make the mistake. Beverly drops from the wall down to the apron just the same. The line out the racetrack. That's what I mean. He gained all that speed because he was able to drop high and then get low. And that's what you do here. Still about 16/10 of a second here. Or 16/100 of a second here. And Beverly utilizing all of that fake PJ1 down there. Hegdel still has a little bit meatier tire on him. But these two drivers, they're rolling. Hegdel to the inside. Beverly going to have to defend here. He's going to do that just very nicely. That is absolutely insane. Nick Lawrence making a pass on Kevin Winker. He got around to England as well. He went from 6th to 3rd. And the 5:15 to Chris Cox in the hunt as well. Mark Beverly, Nick Lawrence. Let's go back in the field. There's a lot still happening. Tyler Beverly holding on to this racetrack. He drops to the tail end of the field. He'll still be able to find his way in this racetrack. He's some dicey areas in front of him. He's off 4 from the start of the race. Tyler Puckett, the number 5 up 2. He's there in 19th. Randy Salee, there's the 0. He's up 1. He started 19th and 18th. Lance Thompson, exactly where he started at number 21. Jesse Wise off 7 from the start of the race. Roger Strickland off 3. He's number 1, tries to roll that Toyota or that Chevy around. Toyota right behind him. John Cialino off 12. He is dropping back hard. Something happened with him. He and I think that's the 30 of Nathan Dahl. These are the drivers that only took fuel when they came into pit road because they took tires early. Cialino on 13. He did take tires, so he was just trying to bide his time. Nathan Dahl on 14th. Roger Strickland up to 13 now. That number 1 truck trying to work. Rob Hattenbach in the 44. Moving. He's up 3. Bill Hale's off 5, but don't count Bill. Bill likes to get himself into the racetrack. Woo! 27 to Caleb Patton. He was right there with Bill Hales. And the 44, very close. Little door banging action going on here. Jeremy Talley trying to work his way around Bill Hales here. Caleb Patton up 13 spots, still trying to work. Got a lot of work to do. There's a lot going on. Bill Hales and Haas Beverly side by side. Bill still super fast. Kevin Winker back to 7th now, the Stage 1 winner. He's going to have to do some finagling. Dougie Higgins Jr. in that Ford works himself there in 6th, and he's got a good run. Chris Cox up 8. He is right there in the hunt as well in 5th. Dakota England in 4th. Nick Lawrence, he and Dakota both up 7 spots. 3rd for Nick Lawrence. Hegdel makes a pass or tries to make a pass on the 13 of Beverly. Up next to the wall, Beverly really still has the ground here. The lap time's about as consistent as you can be. The fall off for the 14 or for the 4 is roughly about a 10th, and the 13 able to battle back here on the front stretch. The 4 is going to be able to have that natural line, but Beverly's going to be nose to nose with him at the line. Just about 1/1000th of a second separates those trucks when it comes to getting into the corner. Beverly able to run the bottom. Gets himself up next to the wall, down to the second lane. He's going to be able to almost clear him here if he gets a run on the backstretch. Eric Hegdel trying to hold on. Man, what a run. It's a good race. Good racing. Ford drops into the corner. The battle rages on. Hegdel trying to hold on to those newer tires. Over the 13. They all came to pit road at the same time. 13 drops down. Now the 4 is going to have to reset and do it again. Tyler Beverly comes to pit road. What if he just comes in to get his green flag pit stop, maybe try to work some magic here. Beverly will be a lap down. 45 miles an hour, the pit road speed here, which is super slow for a 1.5 mile track. Hegdel to the back bumper. And the battle rages on. 62 of 107. We will start seeing drivers decide when they're going to come to pit road. About 45 laps to go in this one. And 63 of 107 being completed. Nick Lawrence, the next driver, trying to close down some distance to Mark Beverly over the long haul. We saw Nick Lawrence be super fast. Doesn't have to be aggressive. Doesn't have to be consistent. That's exactly what's going on here. Mark Rudden is out front. And a reminder, folks, the winning bid diecast auctions, make sure you go and check them out for me. Sponsored today's race. There it is on your screen. It should be popping up on your screen anytime. The winning bid diecast auctions. And look them up on Facebook. There is a link on Facebook and YouTube in the description. Twitch doesn't really give me. It lets me put a description out there if I just stream to Twitch, but I haven't been doing that for a minute. So I like having iRacing on all three platforms. Gives everybody an opportunity to watch where they want to watch. But I do all my personal gaming streams. A reminder about those. I do all my personal gaming streams on Twitch. So if you want to get out there and just kind of relax with me, if you see me go live just on Twitch, it's probably where I'm gaming. Fastest drive on the racetrack, Bill Hales. By about 0.3 of a second. He packed that bad boy so full of fuel. It's insane. Beverly had to utilize a consistent line. Now Hegdal, who had a battle for about 2 laps on the inside lane of the number 4 truck, or of the number 13 truck, now under fire from Nick Lawrence here. As the field starts to set in. Bill and Dougie running fast laps. Ford and Toyota trying to track him down. Mark, the only Chevy, say one of 2 Chevys, I take that back, one of 2 Chevys inside the top 5, Dakota Anglin and a Chevrolet as well. Toyota for Chris Cox and Toyota for Nick Lawrence, a Ford for Eric Hegdal. Kevin Waker dropped all the way to 11th, now is back up in 8th. And talk about consistency. Consistent drive lines are the biggest factor here, and right now, he's starting to show that it's okay to come to pit road when you feel like it and not when you're forced to, because he's starting to catch that pace back up. Jeremy Talley has the fall off as well. He is doing a pretty decent job. He's starting to catch up to the pace of the number 2 truck, or the second place truck of Hegel. His lap time's better than that driver right there. Talley running in 9th, Cialino in 10th at 33 off. 8 spots from the start of the race. Cleanest race so far for us. 13 out front though, now able to roll. Only caution brought out was the caution for the stage end. And this 1.5-mile track has been absolutely phenomenal. These folks are doing a great job of being who they are. Brian Ricker, thank you for the like out there, buddy. Appreciate you very much. See everybody out there watching on YouTube, do me a favor, reach up, hit that like button for me. Or scroll down and hit the like button, I think. Yeah, it's go down, hit the like button. I would appreciate it if you did that. It's what we look forward to at the end of this. Fuel window is now open for the drivers. But how long will they bide their time? 32 laps, 30 laps since they've been to pit road. About 28 laps, 27 laps since they went green. So there's going to be some strategy to play here. How long are they going to be able to push it? Who's going to be the one that comes down pit road first? Will be Mark Beverly. Will be Kevin Winker. Will be Dakota Anglin. Dakota up before. Nick Lawrence got around Hegdal. It was a good pass right there just a moment ago. Out of 4, it looked like. Made the pass on the front stretch. Eric Hegdal back to third, able to run fast. The tire fall off is kind of wet. Battling to the inside. That's where the tire fall off happens. 74-107. We're getting close to seeing where everybody's going to kind of put themselves. Tyler Beverly came to pit road on lap 60. And so he might be out there for a minute. We'll see. These are some perfect temperatures for Kentucky. I will tell you that. That air and race temperature, the track temperature, humidity. This is like a perfect night, perfect weather conditions for kind of everything. Roger Strickland up to 12th now. He and Jesse Wise were kind of battling back and forth. Kevin Winker coming to pit road. I wondered who's gonna come first. Who's gonna come to pit road first, and that was the number 42. Made the left turn. Nick Lawrence in second. Eric Hegdal in third. Dakota Anglin in fourth. Bill Hales up in fifth. Actually, Bill Hales in fourth now. He's making a pass, trying to make a pass on the 98. And Dakota still able to battle. I talked about being able to secure your lane. That's exactly what's happened. 98 right there. Beverly having a good run. Tell you what, matte finishes on these vehicles don't look good at nighttime. On my screen. I'm not saying they don't look good for the drivers. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm seeing matte spec maps on these trucks, and I don't know. The nighttime boxes, the nighttime look for these for the tracks could be better. I think the lighting could be better. Of course, some of that is just the system that I have and what I'm doing. Dakota Anglin, Chris Cox, John Ciolino all come to pit road. There is the 98. Mark Beverly still out there just a little bit. Oh, looks like Beverly's going to come to pit road. Nick Lawrence going to stay out for another lap. And that's going to put him roughly about 30 laps to go. 78 being completed at the moment. Hegdal stays out another lap as well. Dougie Higgins Jr. to third. And nobody wants a caution right now. Higgins to second. Nick Lawrence comes to pit road. Eric Hegdal, your race leader. He's going to lead a lap here. No doubt. That's all about strategy there. They're getting close to the end of the fuel run. And Mark Beverly came in on 77. Kevin Winker, solid right behind him, came in on 74. So he had 3 laps difference here. Beverly had a heck of a pit stop. That put him in and out of pit road very fast. Roughly about a second and a third better than Kevin Winker total. Hegdal 2 seconds over Higgins. Jeremy Talley back to third where he started, 4.8 seconds back. The top 8 still need to come to pit road. Lance Thompson, one of those drivers who still needs to come to pit road. Lance on the 21. He came to pit road on 44, so he might be able to lead here. He might be able to lead the lap. I don't know. If I'm Lance and everybody starts coming to pit road, I'm gonna probably push the boundaries. 81 of 107. Caleb Patton's gonna be the driver that is gonna be right behind, about 8.5 seconds off of Dougie Higgins Jr. Fuel Strategy races, some of my favorite races. And we're seeing exactly why they're some of my favorite races right here. Higgins, close to fumes. He's going to have to come in. Caleb Patton has the 51 going around. That's Nick Lawrence to 13th. And now as the green flag pit cycles commence, Caleb Patton will lead Lance Thompson into pit road with Dougie Higgins Jr., Mark Beverly on to fifth here, or into fourth here. Kevin Winker into fifth. Caleb Patton still out. One more lap. The 27 has a whole lot of traffic with him, and if he has to come to pit road right now, he's gonna get sent. He did. He came to pit. He was trying to come to pit road, but there was a lot of traffic there with him, so he's going to get an unsafe entering. That is unfortunate. Caleb Patton was your race leader, trying to work his way to pit road, and that just did not work in his favor. Mark Beverly coming around will take back over the lead. Nick Lawrence runs his fastest lap of the race, 31:03. He is the fastest driver on pace right now. Caleb Patton to pit road. He's going to take it. Winning bid, 25 laps to go, and man, it's been a good, clean race. Beverly to the back stretch. Caleb Patton, unsafe pit entrance, so he's going to have a black flag, and he's going to have to serve that black flag until it is all taken care of. So he's going to go and lap down to Mark Beverly. You have to enter pit road where the cones are. That is exactly. It's hard to do. If I were Caleb in that situation, instead of trying to drive down, one, you have to give enough information to the drivers out there. Tell them, hey, I'm coming to pit road, coming to pit road, go high, let me go. And it's difficult, especially when you got trucks that are around you, and it just makes it all that much more difficult. Mark Beverly has a 5-second lead over Kevin Winker. Dakota Anglin is in the hunt. He's right behind him. He's got the 7 in front of him. There's the 7 of Pat Baldwin. Pat just trying to have a good old-fashioned race here. Just trying to have a decent race. Lance Thompson was back out of pit road. Caleb Patton now leaving pit road after he had to serve his penalty there. I think he might have went ahead and got his day. That was a long penalty. Winker in second, your stage 1 winner. Mark Beverly's going to make it 22 to go. Does have the 5 behind him. The 5 would be the first truck 1 lap down. Thanking everybody out there for doing what you do. Make sure that if you want to have a lot more fun, tune into twitch.tv/me, and you'll be able to see more broadcasts and more gaming, more stuff that I do fun. That I'm trying to promote my Twitch page so that when I get a lot of you folks over there, when we game, whenever we have that extra fun, when you get to see me be not just the voice, but you get to see me have be myself when it comes to hanging out and chilling and kind of doing that. Something I'm going to start doing here too. I was talking about bringing my personal gaming streams to the daily, but something I was thinking about doing. I've been working on developing a game for a while, and I'm thinking about I think that's where I'm going to start streaming the design and the build of that game. So we're going to check out what we're doing over there. By all means, I look forward to seeing everybody. I kind of do that. Kevin Winker and Bill Hales. Now, Bill came in on 77 with Mark Beverly. And right now, there's the 42 of Kevin Winkers. Bill Hales and Dakota Anglin, they were 3 wide for a second there. Nick Lawrence trying to close down some of that distance as well. Nick Lawrence, fastest on the racetrack right now. But they got about 6 seconds, and there's 4 drivers under a blanket right here that are making things a little bit interesting. And Bill Hales tries to close down that bottom lane. Here's a look at what's happening. Bill clears Winker. Winker falls back to 5th. Mark Beverly, 18 laps to go. Got a comfortable lead, but that is all dependent on what happens over the next 18 laps. If the drivers behind him continue to kind of battle each other, it'll be interesting to see. These folks. We'll step away for 2 shakes, and I will be right back. We'll throw it on exciting so you can see your drivers moving around. To go here. Here's the Ford Hegel. 6 seconds to the good. And he's closing some distance down. Nick Lawrence, Bill Hales, Mark Beverly still out front. A little bit of lap traffic in front of him. His last lap time. Not as good as Nick Lawrence. Nick Lawrence, 32.37 on his last lap. You can almost see Mark Beverly in his sights right now. He's got the double zero in front of him. This Randy Salee on the front stretch. Nick Lawrence makes a good move here. Rolls the corner quite nicely. 10 laps to go. He's really going to have to work it if he wants to push in and gain some of that speed back right now. 3 and 4 looking really good for Nick Lawrence. Mark Beverly still has a ton of people in front of him that he has to try to work around if he's gonna make any ground and try to put anybody in between he and Nick Lawrence. Nick Lawrence closing some of the distance, but I don't know. The 5 got around your race leader here. Gonna just let him go, let him battle for position. So Tyler Puckett back on the lead lap here. He is trying to track down Lance Thompson in the 21. That is for 16th. Nathan Dahl in the 30 up 8 spots. He's in 15th right now. So the drivers, we talked about fuel strategy and tire strategy. Well, everybody took tires in that last pit stop. That was going to happen. 8 laps to go. And this is all about a good old-fashioned run. Caution-free night. The only caution thrown was for the stage break. And Mark Beverly has really had a good race. Kevin Winker starting to rebound a little bit here. He's got the 33 of Cialino with him. Winker utilizing the inside lane. Got Jeremy Talley there. Kevin Winker came in on 74. He pitted a little bit earlier than everybody else, and that was... I thought that was going to be able to hold up for him as well. I thought that was a good strategy, and probably would have come in if I were racing with him. I probably would have came in at the same time. Just kind of the way things work, the way things look. 6 laps to go. It's all Mark Beverly at the moment. (13:51:53). Bill Hales having a strong night. Eric Hegel right there with him. Dakota Anglin in 5th. These drivers have had great nights. Nick Lawrence turning on the gas. He has closed some of that distance down to Mark Beverly. Five laps to go. 20 turns. And consistency will have to play off here because Nick Lawrence is a back straightaway away from the race leader. There's a 00 below. 00 is going to be a lap down at the moment. 51 up high. He's going to run that higher lane. 00 is going to be able to crest there, but 51 is going to be able to clear. Drop in. Loses about 0.3 of a second that lap. And it's going to need a miracle for 13. Super fun run. And closing it down in style across the front straightaway here. 3 laps to go. Mark Beverly hoping for no caution. For a good race to end with him in a 5-second lead over that truck right there. Bill Hales in 3rd. Comfortable 0.4 of a second lead over Eric Hegel. Mark Beverly comes across the stripe. 2 laps to go, and hold your breath, folks. The run of a lifetime. White flag waves here. The Winnipeg DIECAST Kentucky 161. There's been one extra special race. It's been one of those races that you dream about when you get into not just league racing, but iRacing in general. Mark Beverly dominant in the field in the second half of the race. He's dominant early on, leads the most laps, comes home. The Kentucky 161 race winner here. Nick Lawrence, comfortable second, 2 seconds over Eric Hegel, who made a last lap pass over Bill Hales. I missed the third place finish there for him. We'll take a look and make sure iRacing scored it that way. He and Bill Hales had a little battle going on. Ciolino be in sixth, it doesn't look like. Bill Hales has had a heck of a run there at the end. But Eric able to make it work to third, I do believe. We'll take a look. We'll see what iRacing scores it. And the race results will be coming up right after. There's Mark Beverly. Enjoyed Daytona, enjoyed his time off, and now has been able to get himself in the mix. He's going to burn it down for you. Celebratory laps. Not only just the laps, but he had a heck of a run there. Good job by all the drivers. What a good run for everybody. Winning Bid DIECAST auctions on Facebook. Mark Beverly's going to be your race winner here. Nick Lawrence, Eric Hegel, Bill Hales, Dakota Anglin, that'll be through fifth. Ciolino, Higgins, Winker, Talley, Strickland, Attenbach, Wise, Dahl, Chris Cox, Haas Beverly, Lance Thompson, Tyler Puckett, Randy Salee, all the way through 18th. And here's the rest of your race results. All the way down to Mike Miller, who had some issues early. Robert Timmons will finish in 22nd. Pat Baldwin, there's Caleb Patton, Tyler Beverly in 19th. Some things that happen, and a good run for the folks. Good race. It was a really good race. It was a pretty darn good race, I think so at least. We'll wait and make sure that Mark's good to go, and then we'll talk to the top three. Again, thank you to the MLO Bros on Facebook. Go check out their Facebook podcast that they do. Number one Youngstown's Facebook podcast. Absolutely good group of guys over there. Big Hoss Motorsports, part of the racing team here. Of course, the Winning Bid DIECAST auctions. TheButtKicker.com, promo code AOR20, Alpha Oscar Romeo 20. For your promo code at checkout. That'll save you a little bit if you get out there and you buy your butt kicker setup, which is an absolute blast for the folks. Hegdal is going to be in third. We'll talk to him in just a moment. Good run. It was a good race. It was a ton of fun to watch. Kind of want to look at that. Let's take a look at the pass for Hegdal and Bill Hales. There it is, right here. Right here. So this is run after the white flag waves, and they're coming down. He was catching him a little bit there. Here's that last lap. Here's where Eric Hegel takes third away from Bill Hales. Bill was trying to defend, that's for darn sure. Eric takes the outside lane, sends it around the corner. Look at this run he gets. Look at that speed. Ooh, they almost get each other. Oh, he beats him by a margin. What was that margin? Hold on. By 3/100ths of a second. Holy cow. That's it. That's a front clip is what that is. Awesome. All right, let's talk to some folks here. Let's jump back in. Let's talk to Mark Beverly, who's going to be your race winner right about. Yeah, Mark Beverly, your race winner, the number 13 truck, consistent, came out at the right time, had a great pit stop. And your digital pit crew deserves a lot of kudos there because they were able to get you in and out of pit road really fast. Walk us through this race and what it means to win.
Yeah, I kind of with the stage there, I just took 4 tires and full tank there, and then I just went real easy till we had that stage break, and then I just topped off so I could use the same set just and save one just in case for the end. But that green flag stop, I'm not sure what happened. I know everybody we were pretty close. I was maybe had like a second lead or so, and then I came out and I had about 5 seconds. So I'm not sure what happened, but kudos to my pit squad getting me in and out quick. So yeah, it worked out.
You were at Daytona, took a week off, kind of chilled, kind of relaxed, and I tell you what, man, you come back and you dominate Kentucky. Is this what we're going to see going forward? Are you just going to take a week off, come back, win a race?
Well, if I keep winning, I guess I should. I like that.
Just, totally kidding. that was
Yeah.
it worked out. It was a great race, caution free. Just a couple of little dings that happened, but it's as somebody who owns and manages a league. Is it nice to see it run out this way, where it's fuel strategy and a clean race throughout?
Oh, absolutely. I know, nobody wants to run pace laps. Everybody wants to race. So, seeing it go green is obviously what we want to try to do. But and I like doing that because it's more of a fuel strategy, and you got to think a little bit more than just hammering it down. So try to save some tires. So it's kind of what I like to do, and kind of what we want to do with the league. So glad to see it's kind of starting to go that way.
It's going to go that way. It's everybody's starting to get used to each other. Uh, Darlington next week, different type of track, different type of drive line. Um, it's that's going to be interesting. That's going to be a good race. It's going to be tough, really tough. If they thought it was tough to pass here, next week it's going to be even harder to pass. Mark, congrats on the race win here, and of course, and always, it is always your time to shine. Give you shout outs out there, my friend.
Yeah, we've got to thank our sponsors, MLO Bros Podcasts, Winning Bid Diecast Auctions, and Butt Kicker. And then thank to you putting on a great show. Thanks to everybody watching. Thanks to my wife for letting me race every now and then. So thanks to everybody.
It was a ton of fun. Mark, congrats, and we'll definitely see you next week, my friend.
Yep, we'll catch you then.
Absolutely. The 13. He goes and he goes to Daytona. He relaxes for a week, comes back confident, and wins the race. Tommy Sherry Wise, thank you for the like out there. Appreciate you. That counts as double for me. Thank you very much for that. Let's talk to your P2 finisher. That's going to be Nick Lawrence. Nick had a dominating truck for the majority of the night. Came into pit road on 78. Had a lot of traffic to work through there at the end. And it just seemed like you were starting to catch him, and then that traffic kind of buckled you a little bit. Walk us through your race, and congrats on a P2 finish here at Kentucky.
Thanks. Yeah, it's towards the end there. I mean, just so many cars trying to get around to try to get back up to the mark, and just kind of ran the tires off of it for the end. So, yeah, it wasn't. I was hoping to get him towards the end there, but I guess not for today. But maybe next time.
Darlington next week. That is another track. It's tough to pass, and you really have to manage tires. Today it was about managing the tires, I think, being able to defend the outside lane and kind of really push the boundaries here, because you have to kind of pretty much go from the wall to the yellow line, and if somebody's below you, you basically have to burp the throttle and manage the corners from the second lane. Did you find that to be challenging, or did you find that to be the best way to around this track?
Towards the beginning of the run, the bottom lane was the preferred lane there. I mean, you could pass like crazy, but towards the end of the run, the upper lane had the advantage big time. I mean, yeah, that first run before the stage there, I think my tires were like at 47% left, so not great.
You burnt the snot out of those things.
Oh yeah.
Well, at least you didn't get a blown tire. I've only seen that a couple of times here on iRacing. Nick, congratulations! First and foremost, tell everybody about your league on Tuesday nights, and then of course give your shout outs out there.
Yeah, run a truck league on Tuesday nights, NCRL. We run every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock. And yeah, for shout outs, you for putting the show on every night that you do, and then all the guys that help me out every week, Pat, Scott, Shane, and the fiance for letting me run these races when I can.
Oh yeah, my old lady was the very first person to like the stream, so I had to make sure I go, okay, babe, thank you, appreciate you, love you, much love, you know. So that's kind of how that goes. We always got to thank the significant others. That's the most important. Nick, congratulations on the P2. I look forward to seeing you Tuesday night and then next week here at Darlington.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Always the man himself, Nick Lawrence, has a phenomenal race, does a great job of finding his way in and out of the field. But last but not least, the guy that got a last lap pass to get here with me, the South Carolina native, Eric Hegdahl. Eric, dude, you had a truck for the ages, and you came to pit road on 80. Give it 5 more laps. Where do you think you find yourself?
Man, another 5 laps. I probably wouldn't have been able to get any higher. Wasn't really looking forward to this race because I bought the track yesterday and I didn't really have a lot of track time, and kind of surprised that I ran as well as I did. But that restart on the stage break, I don't know how many. I probably maybe 20 laps. I felt like I battled Mark on the inside, and I just wore my tires out, and he drove away from me, and Nicholas caught me, and I made my pit stop, and I stayed out a few laps longer, and I was able to run them back down, but by the time I got there, my tires were already gone. So I was very lucky to get 3rd place. It was a pretty cool pass. Really good race there with Bill, and yeah, it was a pretty good race overall.
Now, I had to go back and actually look at it because I was like, oh, well, Bill's there in 3rd. Okay, we'll just focus on Mark. It'll be okay. So we went back and looked at it. I was like, how did he make that pass? And it was by three 100ths of a second. The distance, that's now 3 100ths of a second is about 4 inches. So for those who don't know, that's the course of a splitter and part of the bumper. That's not that much. And so it was a great pass there at the end. You were able to hold the high line out of 3 and 4 and use the front stretch banking to your advantage. It was a really good race, and to go green other than the stage break, it was good to see. I thought we were going to have a different guy up front. I thought it was going to be either you or Dakota Anglin or some of the guys that didn't take tires until the stage break. And I tell you what, you guys still banged it out, and it was still a great race overall. And man, oh man, it was a ton of fun. Next week, I said Darlington to Mark, and I said Darlington to Nick. What does Darlington mean to you? Throwback week next week.
Yeah, well, Darlington's my home track, so I'm always looking forward to going there. And honestly, I enjoy racing there. I mean, I ran well in the trucks, like in the rank races, so I'm looking forward to next week. It's a tough track, but that's what makes it fun. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to. Hopefully, I guess my biggest goal next week is just to end with 0x, and I'll be good.
Yeah, keep it clean, and it's tough to pass at Darlington. Everybody's going to have a Darlington stripe. If you have a 0x and it's just because of scraping the wall, I would be happy. That's just kind of the way it is. My man, give you shout outs out there. Much love and appreciation. Congrats on a P3 finish here. It was great to get out there and watch what you guys did.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. Gotta thank Lego and Mark for letting me race. And the winning bid, DIECAST auctions, and obviously you from Signature Esports for covering the race, broadcasting, and making the race look really cool on the social media platforms, and try to get it done again next week.
It's going to be a ton of fun, Eric. We'll see you then, and enjoy your weekend.
You too.
Always, Eric Hegdahl in the number 4 truck has a phenomenal race, and so did all the drivers. This was a great race, and I'm super happy to see what folks are doing out there. And Darlington next week is going to be a ton of fun. Thank you to everybody out there who watched today and tuned in across all the platforms: Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. We appreciate you. And we're just going to have some more. We're going to keep doing more. We're going to keep doing everything that we can. Folks, I got $1 Million Dream, and My 9 to 5 attitude is just not setting. And make sure that you don't have that as well. Give somebody Dougie, he says good night for MDM P3, P7, and all trucks on the lead a lap. That's awesome. I appreciate it. You know, you get out there and find somebody. Here lately, what's been on my mind is I've been seeing a lot of mental health stuff going on out there, and with everything that's going on in the world today, I want you all to know that you should get out there and definitely reach out to folks and say hello. Call some folks and you know, call people who you haven't talked to in a while, or message them and say, hey, you know, how are you doing? That kind of thing. Just reach out and be a good community. And definitely thank you for being a part of the SC Warrior community. That's what I call everybody. Mark Beverly's your race winner here at the Winnipeg DIECAST 161 at Kentucky Speedway here on iRacing for the Asphalt Outlaws Racing Series on iRacing. Again, iRacing.com. Thank you to MLO Bros. Thank you to thebudkicker.com. And it's a big special thank you to the Winning Bid Diecast. Check the link in the description. And make sure that you get out there on the platforms and give us some support. Appreciate you very much. Much love. We'll see you tomorrow night. We're going to have the BNR Cup Series.